I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. And slick then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. Hey, you know how I drip.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Now we're cooking. Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Dalvin Cook. He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. From up top, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
First down, it's Watson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Watson now going to run the option right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Play action. It's locked. Buying time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge, basically. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward? Carlos Hyde, see you later. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee. And that's the Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Luck escaping the pressure right. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Alert blow, alert blow, alert blow. Check.
Go.
Check. 55, come on.
You can't block.
Throwing on third down. Luck. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They run with Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Watson.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On the delay, here's Hines. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down. To throw on third down, Watson completes this one to Meredith. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
54, right there. 54 miles.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck, and he rifles one incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Luck. This is caught, it's Cooks. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On the draw, this is Cohen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The throw by Luck complete to his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Luck. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now it's Luck. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Just bowling over tacklers. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 92 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Let's go, fellas.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they're going to stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll run on first down. Michel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
55, 55. 12.
36-yard line.
12. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check 4, check 4.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
Interception. Come on, guys. We got this.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On second down, Hyde. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, It's Hines, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Cameron Meredith with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down.
Foul.
Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that'll bring up second down. So line of scrimmage still with 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Got an open man. It's a noon one. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Love. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Quincy Enunwa couldn't reel that one in, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. What's good on the extra point? That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? is high. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. Another try after the first down sack. Luck. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all play.
From the gun, here's Luck. And that is incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Returnable for Lockett. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. Watson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Watson, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. It's caught. Lockett.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Hines. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go.
The final shot before the break. Luck. He gets it to Cooks. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Rams to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Wow. Anunwa's got it. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Locke. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Throwing is Locke. Ebron's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. To throw is Locke. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
The goal for any offense.
And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go, team.
Watson on first down. He's got Hooper on the short connection. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down now. Hyde. Carlos Hyde. See you later. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big run there by Hyde. 51 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Deshaun Watson, his third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things up.
And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it's going to be second down. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Call.
Out of the gun. Luck. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. On first down, Luck. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's second down.
Hey, exit. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 5-4.
Throwing again is Luck. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is Hyde. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
We're set. 19. He's checking. Crash.
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Watson, option left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run high. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Hines. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now Love. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This is caught. It's Cooks. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Cooks now in his 2nd season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. Now Love. Got an open man. It's a new one. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Luck now to throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, Watson looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
Out of the gun, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. They'll run for it with Hyde. And Hyde will not get there as they force him to the ground shy of the marker. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first and 10, Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at the 15. Oh, spinning away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Luck. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.